some recycled egg carton flowers for Mother's Day. These are some that my daughter made for me last year on Mother's Day, and I thought they were so darling that I needed to share them with all of you. So you're just gonna want to keep one of your cardboard egg cartons. This probably would work with the plastic ones as well, but they're not gonna paint as nicely. So you're gonna wanna cut off the edges. Doesn't really matter what brand, but I happen to really like this Oakdale Organics. And cut off the lid. And you're left with just the portion that holds the eggs. Now, taking your scissors, you're gonna wanna cut all of the edges. And don't worry too much about this part. It's gonna be a little bit tricky. They'll kind of bend a little bit, and that's okay. We're gonna clean them up and shape them later. Cut one out for here for you. And kitchen shears might be a little better for this because it's very thick. Right, so you end up with something like this, which is not quite so pretty. Let's keep going. See if we can get one with nice 4 edges. So we get some petals going on. And again, don't worry too much about it. Okay, here's one with the 4 petals. It doesn't quite look like petals yet, but it will, because you are going to kind of enhance this section that was next to the lid and round out those portions. And they don't have to be perfect. And when kids are doing it, you seriously can just almost even leave it. Maybe just round off these edges from these high ridges here. This one's a bit rough, so let's turn that off. And you can spend a lot of time making them perfect. Here's one that I spent some extra time making nice and even. It doesn't have to be perfect. So you saw how fast that was, and these aren't perfect, but grandmas don't care about perfection, especially when it's coming from grandkids. So after this, you're gonna wanna choose your colors. I just got this at Dollar Tree, this washable paint, and turquoise and violet. I thought these would be really pretty colors. I'm gonna cover my workspace and we'll get to painting. All right, I covered my workspace with one of these really thin, flexible cutting mats, and they are really perfect because A, they're inexpensive, so you can replace them as they get cut and beat up, and they're thin enough that you can store them really easily. They're see-through. There's lots of good things about them. All right, take your foam brush or whichever kind of paint brush you like. These are also from Dollar Tree, so your crafting doesn't have to be expensive. And go ahead and do the outside and then also the inside of each cup. Now while we let those dry, we're gonna take our pipe cleaner and add a little leaf to it. So this doesn't have to be very tricky. I think my daughter made it a little more complicated on the ones that she made. So depending on how big you want your stem, just twist it after you've made your loop and pull it up. See how easy that was? Just create the loop, twist it, and then bring that loose end back up straight to create your stem. And I'll do another one here really quick. Cartons are mostly dry, we will add the stem and the button. I've plugged in a little mini glue gun. This is a love-hate relationship. These are the low temp glue guns, which is great because I burn myself a lot less, but I find that they don't quite stick as well. Okay, I'm going to do this so that the carton is kind of at an angle, a diagonal instead of being square as you look at it head on. Do a line in the center all the way down so that your stem has more to grab onto, and it will make it more stable. If you want to turn it around and kind of push down as it cools. And if you noticed as I was painting, I kind of made sure to get these rough edges. You kind of need to push the paint into those rough edges there of that cut fiberboard or cardboard, paperboard, whatever we want to call this. As these rough edges, you know, they have a lot of little edges that can miss the paint. Okay, there's still a little glue in there, but we're not going to worry about that. I'm going to maybe pull these petals apart so you can fit the glue gun down in there. Throw a dot into the center. And on this purple one, I'm just going to add a small yellow. Button. Oh. And clean it up and see what you think. So you know what, that diagonal, it gave me exactly a square flower, which is not really what I wanted. We're gonna let that dry and do our turquoise one. All right, so we want the flower to be more like this. So you want the flower, the petal to be on the other side if we're going to present this as a little bouquet. And truly, I probably should have made these different heights with the leaves kind of at different lengths as well. But as you do more of them, you can kind of adjust them. And then this one, this turquoise one, I think I'm going to use the large pink button. These would be cute with lots of different buttons in the center. These just happen to be some Dollar Tree buttons that we've got in our craft storage, and they work wonderfully. Okay, and if the glue kind of comes out of the little buttonhole, you can wait till it cools off a little and scoop it out with a fingernail. Because it's a low temp glue gun, you're not going to get burned. All right, a little piece of paint there, and our flowers are done. What do you think? I think any grandma, mom, auntie, neighbor, little old lady down the street. I think that they would love to get this from a neighborhood child. And the kids are going to feel pretty proud of themselves for being able to put these together. I hope that you try them out. And if you do, let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much and happy Mother's Day.